Hey, hot yoga.
No, it just
Sweet.
this is it.
You
Just
just say 30
slowly just
seconds.
goes into this without any announcements. it just happens the way it's
Television,
supposed to
baby.
be. That's right.
The show must go on.
Who needs this show? They will accept it the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Talking with
That's
Terry
that's
and Nikolai.
And this, the coolest thing, it's this. That's what.
So 5, 4, 3,
Really good.
2,
One.
1. You're on.
One. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Talking with Terry and Nikolai. Today we have a special guest, Rodney. Wait, let's do this. We will try to discover something that has been undiscoverable before. What does that mean? We just spend a little bit of time together to see what we can do. We will evoke the spirits. We will invoke the spoken word. And we'll invite you to join us to this unprecedented trip. It's nothing funny about it.
Hello, everyone. I'm joining them as well, just to say hi
Thanks.
and welcome to our show with our friend Rodney here. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, bye. Come on, give me a
Bye.
kiss.
Stay with us. Stay with us, sunshine.
Mwah. I'll come back.
You look sensational.
Thank you.
Both of you, especially Rodney. So, we will go into the depth and see the purpose of this red feather.
What does the sinking of the red feather mean to you when it falls from the sky down to your shoe? It's not red, it's not even blue. It's just a feather of your imagination. How about you?
Yeah.
Once I saw a feather on a sidewalk. It was all covered in black, yellow chalk. This feather, it said nothing. No, it did not talk, for it was just a feather lying on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I get angry, I grab a fistful of feathers. I throw them in the ground, I throw them to the nethers. These feathers, these leather feathers, red feather, yellow feather, lallow feather. That's a tongue twister for all those Mr. and Mrs. that put feathers where they shouldn't be swishes.
Yeah. How many feathers did you have in your life? How many feathers you said no to? How many feathers wanted to spend some time, that precious time, with you? And you said, I'm busy. I need to see my other friends. And the feather was pushed away with the precious wind. And how did you respond? How?
How did you respond? How? How did you respond? How? How did you respond? How? How did you respond? How? How did you respond? How? How did you respond? How? How did you respond? How? How did you respond? How?
Oh, no, not again.
How did you respond? How? How did you respond? 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 How did you respond?
It's nothing funny about it.
It's not funny, because when I hear sweet four-part harmonies, I think of my grandma singing in the church. We were advanced enough for the men and women to sit on the same side of the church. But my grandma, when she grew up, the women sat on the left and the men sat on the right.
Yeah.
There was nothing funny about that. It's just how they did it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would see a cardinal on the way to church early in the summer morning.
Yeah.
Sometime that cardinal had its feathers all on its body. Sometime it dropped a feather onto the sidewalk, a little red feather.
You had to be there.
Oh no, not again.
How did you respond?
How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? How did you respond? You look fabulous.
You look fabulous.
You, both of you.
All of you.
All of you look fabulous. You look fab. Oh, look, fabulous.
Oh, here she
You look
is.
fabulous.
Here she is. We'll put you in the center.
When someone says fabulous, I have to,
You have to.
show up.
You have to be here.
Thank you.
Bells of truth.
Yeah.
Bells of truth.
Bells of truth.
And
Ringing.
disco bell of reality.
We have no time for this.
Oh.
We always have time for disco ball of reality.
We make mistakes.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Now we're gonna go into another element. It's more visual. You might ask, how's it can be even more visual? And I would say, let's find out, shall we? I always wanted to do this for the longest time, but I didn't have a Rodney with me.
Sometimes you just need to have a Rodney with you.
You just have to.
Yeah.
So you can put it on a fast forward. Or see how we can transform our visual fields one way or another. Because our visual fields dictates many times.
What do they dictate, Nikolai?
They dictate the state that you can be in. It dictates where you are, the colors that you see, contrasts, people, elements, combinations, choices, your socioeconomic status, school that you went to, your friends, your rental situation, ownership, possessions, books that you read, vacations that you take, dreams that you're saving those funds for, increase in productivity, many plans, entrances in your diary, lunches, alcoholic beverages, sugary beverages, pills, weekends, plans, packages, Christmas shopping, preparation for your birthday, your library card, your Metro card, your credit card, the card that have a color green in it, all the cards that you get in a casino, the happy card, the sad part, the part that you're supposed to play, the part that you played, the part that you didn't play, the part that you wish you played, things that you play, things you don't play, things that you take seriously, things that you swipe under the rug, things that you wish you would possess, things that you possess but you don't care about, things that you don't care about but others do, And it's all can come down to the singularity of one simple evening that you can spend with people that you like. One single evening that you can spend with people that you love. And it could be not only an evening, it could be a day, it could be an hour, or maybe, perhaps, and can be a little bit longer. Will you be able to recognize it? Will you be able to participate? Will you be able to say yes to it? Or you will be caught up with the politics of the workplace, or you will be caught up with the politics of the external matters, or the external matters will be caught up with you, and you will not be able to participate because you will be angry at the things that don't matter, and things that matter will be angry too. You have to get to the plans that you promised to yourself when you're supposed to write that book. Start to playing that instrument. Go on trip across the country with one acoustic guitar. Or maybe even perform in the streets. Spending time, wasting time. It's not the regular occupation. It's just the thing that we see. It's just the thing that we're meant to do.
I feel that I've been transported into another realm. Perhaps it's just different colors on my shirt. Perhaps it's just different energies, different choices. Summer vacations, library card, cards at the casino. But whatever it is, I'm a different person now than I was before I started talking with Terry and Nikolai. You too will be a different person. Different thing. To all those animals and squirrels watching, you will be a different squirrel after talking with Terry and Nikolai. Yeah. My grandmother, when she would walk to church, when she would see that red feather and sing those hymns, afterwards, she became a different person. Little kids, when they're playing hopscotch and they dance when they celebrate their win, they too become a different person. Doesn't always have to be talking with Terry and Nikolai that will change you, but change you talking with Terry and Nikolai definitely does. Yeah.
So difficult.
The reality of a disco ball, sometimes it is quite difficult. I don't know where this reality leads me. Some say a rabbit hole, some say a multi-mirrored reflective ball. But I do find the reality of a disco ball, one, to be very difficult. I'm not complaining, I'm not one to complain, just stating the fact. A life of a single halogen lamp is typically easier than the reality and life of a disco ball.
You're so smart.
I do what I can, Nikolai.
Yeah.
I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai.
Yeah.
I do what I can.
Yeah.
I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can.
You're very smart.
I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. I do what I can, Nikolai. I do what I can. 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 I do what I can, Nikolai.
You're very smart.
Work is hard.
Right? How you look. You look awesome. Jesus Christ, this is amazing.
Cool. Yeah, that's a great project.
That's a really cool project. You adopted.
What? Why would you tell me that?
It's not for you.
What?
It's for you. It's
You've
for
been
the
adopted
viewers.
on our show.
It's for the
It means on our
viewers.
show.
Oh.
You're
Yeah,
adopted
yeah.
on our show.
Oh.
Family
Yeah,
of our
I
show.
know. I know.
What? if you're
Okay,
gonna
just-
say something like that, even if it's not meant for me, I think you should let me know.
prepare you.
This traumatic statement is not for you.
Were you adopted? Because you seem very upset about it.
Well,
I know you were.
I never thought I was.
No,
Eric
you
got
were.
upset about you being here. You just got upset about him saying you're adopted.
I just make
Everybody's
people
on-
upset.
I'm 30.
Everybody's on the edge, man.
I mean,
You gotta chill.
the reality of a disco ball can be difficult.
Especially it's right in front of your head.
1 minute you're waxing poetic. The next minute, at 36 years old, you find out you're adopted. I just went to Pennsylvania yesterday to wish my dad Happy Father's Day. He might not be my dad.
Wait, let me fix this. Just give me a chance to fix it.
You are special.
How about that? Is it better?
Oh, that's bad.
Well, true story. My mom would say, Rodney, I think you're special. When my brothers were like really making fun of me and she saw that I was down, she'd be like, I think you're special, to try to lift my spirits. But really, it
Are
just
your
made me
brothers dead
realize
now?
that
Did you tell your brothers? Why not?
my brothers
They
are
don't
still
deserve to
alive.
live. They don't like you.
My brothers are still alive. But that just made me realize that like they were really being mean to me.
Wow, you're a good mom.
What a...
My mom would have said, I agree with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You see what family does?
Family can F you up.
And your friends at 36 years old can give you
Yeah.
this revelation. But I guess you did not mean to F me up with that. You just,
It was meant to be as experience for the viewers.
oh, so you're telling all them there?
It's always
adopted?
No, we're saying that
yes.
you're adopted into our family of the
Oh.
Yeah.
of Taco
You
Tuesday.
two are adopted.
My
The
God.
talking with Terry and Nikolai.
I'm adopted, probably.
Here's my answer.
You're so smart.
That solves everything.
It does.
Solves it.
How will you know? How?
Also,
You're the problem.
okay.
That's a good one.
This is my first time on the
Your
show in like a
brothers, that's your
year.
brothers. You're the
Things
problem.
change.
This is
That's your brother. You're the problem, bro.
how,
Those are your brothers.
how did I sign up for this?
What kind of mumbo jumbo is this?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Here you say I've been wanting to do this thing for years that I can't do without a Rodney.
And you are. And look.
You apparently wanted to tell somebody they're adopted for many years.
No.
Hey, surprise.
Don't take it personally.
I'm trying not to.
Here.
You're
Just,
really taking it
Not to
change-
this.
to change
Not to this.
hey, bells of truth. And another one.
Disco ball reality.
That's
That can
right.
be very difficult.
You know?
Ugh.
That's a funny.
Premise. It's a
Disco ball
really
reality.
disco ball reality.
I like it.
Where does the disco ball reality take you to?
Ooh.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Where's customer service?
I often inquire the same thing.
And I would be like, oh God, this is one of my favorites.
Where's customer service?
Oh, disco ball reality. Where's customer service?
Customer service.
Where? Where's customer service? Do you know where customer service is?
Oh, put your mama down.
Do I follow the path of the red feather on the hopscotch trail to customer
Get your
service?
money
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, this is the next one.
What is it? Just tell me.
What kind of mumbo jumbo is this?
All right, we're going.
I don't have an answer.
I
Is
know
that
you don't.
Is that
It's-
again addressing the audience?
It's yeah.
Oh.
Everything is for them. You'll see. It will make sense.
Okay.
It all will make sense. I promise. I promise. I promise. Remember the promises?
Tell me the promises.
Do you remember the promises?
I'll wiggle the black and white.
Oh yeah, this is nice. I love it. It's
Oh my
just
God,
so
it's great.
cool.
It really matches the disco ball. It's like two disco balls and.
Increase the echo. Yeah. Remember? Yeah, this is our art project. And you're witnessing it in the real life. requires special man or a woman to abandon responsibility for the little bit and absorb this the way it is. What did you get out of this? Probably a lot. Can we put monetary price on it? Probably not. And who is the beneficiary? Probably you.
Oh, that's good.
And you didn't have to pay a penny to reflect upon your own shortcomings. If you can see so far in advance, what would you tell? What would you tell?
What would you tell? Tell. What would you tell? Tell.
Tell.
What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. What would you tell? Tell. Tell. To the truth bell, the bell, the bell. To the truth bell, the bell, the bell. What would you tell? Tell. To the truth bell, the bell, the bell. What would you tell? Tell. To the bell, the bell, the bell. What would you tell? Tell. To the truth bell, the bell, the bell. What would you tell? Tell. To the truth bell, the bell, the bell. Would you tell all to the reality disco ball? Would you tell all to the reality disco ball? Would you tell all to the reality disco ball? Would you tell all to the reality disco ball? Thinking about the beautiful 4-part harmony makes me think of my grandma, passing the cardinal and a red feather on her way to church. Back in a time when, well, I guess she sat on the same side with the men and women. But stop me if you've heard this one. But before that, the men would sit on the one side and the women would sit on the other side. It wasn't just, bad, there's no judgment, it's just how they did. That was their life in their reality disco ball. They were changed after they sang. They were changed after they made shoe fly pie and applesauce in the backyard. Sometimes I'm changed after watching Terry and Nikolai. Sometimes I'm changed while talking with Terry and Nikolai. Sometimes I'm changed by the forces put upon my shirt by the tape of Terry and Nikolai. Sometimes I can't tell whether I'm tethered between what realities with Terry and Nikolai.
That's good.
Well, I wasn't trying to be clever, but I'm glad you found it good. Or were you just talking to them as the good? Was I good, or was that to the audience at large?
To the
It's late. Go to bed.
It is late. Go to bed. Because when you wake up and you got to get your voice ready to sing 4-part harmony, it'll make me think of my grandma walking to church. You know, stop me if you heard this one, but the men and women would sit together, but her mom, they had the women on one side and the men on the other side. It's just how they did. That was their reality disco ball.
I already said that.
It's just a reality disco ball.
I already said that.
It's just a reality disco ball.
I already said that.
It's just a reality disco ball.
I already said that.
It's just a reality disco ball.
I already said that.
It's just a reality disco ball.
I already said that.
It's just a reality disco ball.
I already said that.
It's just a reality disco ball.
Yeah.
This is a reality disco ball. 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 It's just a reality disco ball. What's your reality?
That's awesome.
What's your reality disco ball?
Yeah. What is it? What's the reality of your disco ball?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
What's your reality?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Maybe you're watching this in a bunker on 3 Mile Island, hoping there's not a meltdown. Maybe you're watching this in an airplane on your way
Don't
to St.
worry about
Petersburg. Maybe you're watching this in Antarctica and you're trying to find wood for a fire. You just want some heat. But you're warmed by the warmth of Terry and Nikolai.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Dude, that's awesome.
Fabulous. That's awesome and fabulous. When I hear fabulous, what has to happen?
Terry appears.
It's magic.
The word
It's the
fabulous.
magic disco ball reality.
Wow.
As you saw,
everybody.
yeah, this was another
That's the
edition,
show.
of the Talking
Yeah.
with Terry and Nikolai with a special guest, Rodney.
Special guest.
Do you have
Rodney.
any plugs for yourself? Where they can see you?
I have plugs for myself, but
His hair looks
I don't think they're
natural.
friendly for the air.
Okay. Very funny.
Everybody loves you.
So we're very thankful that you invested some of your time to see this, and hopefully it made you happy.
Join us next week. Rodney might be back. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Have a great week.
Have a good night. We love you. All right.
All right.
That's it.
That was awesome.
28 minutes. Great job.
Great job, Rodney.
was fun,
yeah. Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
It was trippy.
Let's build this off.
Nice and trippy.
It was